Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. We have got a very exciting guest on today, one of my previous clients called Aneesh. So we're just going to it's just myself today. Aimee is not on this one, but she'll be back in future episodes. So just me and Aneesh today, which is very exciting. And we're just going to have a bit of a chat and talk through her journey and just see where she started, how her journey went throughout the process of transitioning through into a healthy lifestyle and then how she's finding life now afterwards as well. So welcome, Aneesh. So happy to have you.
Oh, thank you so much, Emma, for having me. I feel very privileged actually to share my journey.
Ah, well, I'm so excited to share it with everyone because you've been amazing and it was so lovely working with you
Yes.
as well.
Oh, it was amazing working with you actually. A godsend, actually.
Ah. So let's start from the beginning. So what was going on in
Mhm.
your life like before we started working together?
Okay, so pretty much like I've had weight issues for a very long time. And what happened before I joined yourself was that I was actually at a point where I was having like a lot of anxiety about my weight because I was trying to do it myself. And then I had previously done other diets, which were quite successful.
Mhm.
But I felt like, I'd do it and then I'd just fall off the bandwagon and then I'd start something else again. I'd fall the bandwagon. And then I got to a point where, even those diets weren't starting to work for me anymore. And because I'd pretty much gone into menopause. So I started with menopause. I also had a very, very, very stressful job.
Yeah.
So I got to a point where nothing was working. Any bit of stress would come along, and I would just ditch my healthy eating during the week and just resort to comfort eating,
Mhm.
just to make myself feel better. And it was just this cycle that I was just on continuously. And
Mm.
I couldn't get myself out of it. And I remember lying down one night and thinking to myself, oh, I really need help here, because I was kind of seeing myself at a point where I thought if I let this continue on, all I'm going to do is just make this worse and worse and worse for myself. I'm not feeling well. I wasn't feeling healthy. I was having health issues as well on top of that. On top of the mental as well, the stress and anxiety. Of course, my work had a lot to do with that as well. But it was just this cycle I was in, and I was like, well, I really need to do something. I really need to be serious about this. And it just happened that I stumbled across you. So, and it was the best thing I ever did.
Aw. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And I think so many people can relate with that as well. Like
Mhm.
going on those diets, the yo-yo, it works for a bit, then it stops working, it works for a bit.
Yep.
And sometimes I think it does take that point where you just feel rock bottom and it's like, okay,
Yep.
I just need something to get out of this yo-yo, this kind of just going round and
Mm.
round and round and not getting
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that
And
was the
you,
point where you kind of reached out and thought
yeah.
that I
I was
need some
having
help now.
anxiety because I
Yeah.
thought, oh, I'm just going to become this very overweight person and it'll be too late.
Hmm.
I was feeling like that. And I felt like I was not in control anymore of my mind and of my body.
Mm,
And I couldn't even control those temptations at all. And I was giving in to stress all the time.
yeah.
And it got to that point where it was scary. It was really scary, actually,
Mm. And
feeling
you
that
were
way.
super stressed as well, weren't you? So
Yes.
your work and
Very
everything like that
stressed.
on top. So I
Yep.
can imagine
Yep.
all of that together was just
Yep.
compounding and
Oh
very
yeah,
overwhelming.
my job is just utterly stressful. I mean, I'm dealing with a lot of elected officials and a lot of politics and a high pressure job in finance. And it got to a point where, yeah, I would have like, pretty much every day was a stressful day. I mean,
Mm,
it was a day where I would wake up in the morning and think, oh, what's going to happen today? Because it was kind of this reactionary organization that I was working with. So there was always some fire on during the day. Oh, this happened. So we had to all react to it. It could be a Friday evening, have to react to it. And you just had people at you. I was working for an organization where I felt like I was had to wash my front, my back, my side.
yeah.
And you had people, attacking you or even employees in the sense, so you always had to be on your guard.
Mm.
So I felt like I was always on this flight and fight mode
Yes. Yeah,
all the
definitely.
time.
So it's
Yeah.
totally understandable then having the stress eating, the emotional eating,
Yes.
and just struggling to find the time to
Yes.
fit everything else in at the same
Yes.
time as well.
Yeah, because I felt, I would have a glass of wine or more, and have twisties because I just needed to calm myself down. And there were the things I was resorting to
Yeah.
calm myself down.
Mm,
And it would work, but then the next day I would feel like, oh my God, I just, you know, stuffed up my healthy eating. I just resorted to something. I let stress get the better of me. And I would be in this cycle again where I'd be so unhappy and be like, okay, I'm going to have to try again. So I try again and the same thing would happen again.
hmm.
Um, so yeah, I just had no control basically.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear
Yeah.
you with that, definitely. So did you
Mm.
have any like hesitations or fears before kind of joining the program about,
No,
joining a program? No.
I
Love that.
didn't. The only thing I worried about was because it was a change in the fact that I was going through menopause, right? Whereas
Yeah.
what I found was when I was younger, I would do the diet and the weight will just fall off very quickly.
Mhm.
And I found that even if I had a, like a Friday night cheat or a Saturday night cheat, I would still lose weight and I'd lose weight very quickly.
Yeah.
And this time around with the menopause, I found weight was coming off very, very slow, even though at times, there would be times when, 2 weeks would go by that I'd be good, I'd be good. But the weight would not fall off. And I was getting worried that what if this was how it was going to be for me? What if that was my biggest not hesitation, but I was happy I joined. Like I was on this healthy thing with you, but I was scared. I was like, what if that doesn't work? Then what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So that was creeping into things as well.
Mm,
But then, I realized that I also had very high expectations of the weight loss. I was expecting a weight loss a kilo a week, which is what I was used to seeing before on the scales.
mm,
And with menopause, I had to realize no, it's going to be slow, but as long as overall I'm okay over time, it's fine as long as I'm dropping weight. And of course, you're going to have holidays and you're going to have events. And like you told me, this is just life. You have to make it as part of your lifestyle now.
mm.
And that was the key.
That's it. That's exactly it. And we'll go more into that for sure because you've done
Yeah.
incredibly well with like fitting all this
Yes.
into just your life now.
Yes.
So yeah. So what would you say like in your journey, what were some of the first changes that you noticed, like physically or mentally?
Yep. Yep. I noticed, obviously the weight is one thing. Like slowly, as that my weight started dropping off, my clothes were looser and all of that. That's wonderful. I mean, of course, that's going to happen. But mentally, I felt more clear-minded. I didn't have the fog anymore. I was a bit more alert. I'd say I was more energetic. My stress levels were better,
Mm,
and I felt I could manage my stress better. But I have to say, I couldn't have done it without your help, though. I needed that support, and that, yeah, of course, accountability. I needed that, but most of it was about dealing with my stress and what to do and what are the things that I can do instead of doing that. Instead of resorting to the food, or not even also not even being hard on myself.
yeah.
No, I was getting to a point when while I was in the journey with you, sometimes I would feel guilty if I would, maybe I had 2 nights of something, or say it was Easter or something, but you told me, no, no, enjoy it because Easter comes around once a year. Just enjoy it.
Hmm.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was the change in my mindset that was huge.
Hmm.
And yeah, the diets do that, but I realized I needed to be on in this in the long haul.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be a diet for 6 months. It wasn't going to be a diet for 8 weeks, or whenever I lose the weight, that's it, see you later, go back to normal. It was, I really early on realized, I think I was with you, Emma, for what, 2 years or so.
Yes. Yeah.
I realized it took me 2 years to develop those good habits.
Yeah.
That's the change I noticed in me.
Hmm. Definitely. And it's not a quick fix and it's not something that happens
No, no,
overnight.
it's
And
not.
that complete shift in mindset and realizing actually, yeah, there's going to be Christmas, there's going to be birthdays, there's going
Yes,
to be Easter. And
yes.
to actually enjoy those and then get back to your
Exactly.
normal routine rather than, oh, I've failed, I'll just start again on
Exactly.
Monday. It's not that. It's okay, I'll have a few days where I'll probably eat a little bit more chocolate or I overindulge a little bit and then
Yep.
I'll just get back to my normal routine. And
Yep.
maybe that week I haven't lost weight and I might have gone up a tiny bit or stayed the same, but that's okay because I've still got the
Okay.
rest of the weeks and the year, and
Exactly.
it's all part of how life works, essentially.
Exactly. Exactly. And the other thing I realized too was, and if this has just happened to me now, like as well, like over time, because you've taught me this, that don't look at the scales. Because I noticed one thing, like, just last week, like I think not last week, week before, I put on 200 grams, but my clothes felt looser and I felt like I'd lost weight. So
Hmm.
then the following week comes and I've lost like, I think 600 or 800 grams,
Hmm.
right? Because you were right, because the fluid, so many things factor into your weight.
Yeah.
But that's why if you measure yourself and from your clothes, I realized that's just the scale and it didn't scare me anymore.
Hmm.
You know, it didn't
Yeah.
scare me anymore.
So you got a better
So
relationship with the
I got a
scales
better
and not
relationship with it.
letting that number
Exactly.
dictate how you feel.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
That's incredible because I think
yeah.
so many women that I work with, it is you weigh yourself each week, and if there isn't that change or it has gone up, it feels like the end of the world. But like you were
Yes.
saying, it could be down to water retention from higher carb meals or
Yeah.
extra salt or um
Exactly.
just having a
Stress.
stress. Exactly, drinking more
Mhm.
water, drinking less water, all these
Exactly.
different things. So once you kind of remove that, rel
Yep.
just have a better relationship with the scales, it's yeah,
Yep.
so much better.
Well, I'll give you an example. I mean, I remember, because I work long hours and stressful job,
Yeah.
and I try and sleep in on Saturdays, even though it's hard because I wake up and I just get up. But on this particular Saturday, I got up and I weighed myself, and the weight was, say, I don't know, whatever it was. And I thought to myself, okay, I haven't lost anything. And in fact, it looks like I think either stayed the same or was like 100 grams more. I thought, you know what? I'm actually feeling tired and I'm actually going to sleep. I'm going to drink some water and I'm a good sleep. I had a good sleep and you wouldn't believe it. I went to the loo and everything and I weighed myself and I actually lost weight.
Mm.
It in that span of time, because my body relaxed and I obviously was then getting rid of the water because I went to the bathroom and everything. And I thought, that's weird.
Hmm.
And I thought, you know what it is? Because I'm tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm tired and my body's holding on to things.
Exactly.
So even that just made a difference. I was actually surprised, but
Yeah.
in a way, but then I wasn't surprised. I thought, and that actually does make a difference for me on a Saturday. If I have to get up early, like 6 in the morning, and if I weigh myself, but if I weigh myself at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock because I've slept in, it makes a difference.
Mm. It's so interesting, isn't it, how the body
It
works?
is. It's so interesting. I was
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think it's so good that you are being kind to yourself and listening to your body too, because there's always this thing in society whereas we need to go, 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 keep going, pushing
Mhm.
ourselves. But actually, we need rest, we need recovery, we need that extra sleep. And especially when you're super busy, like Monday through to Friday,
Yes,
maybe we need that laying on a Saturday. And that's
you
totally
do.
okay. Like, because
Yep,
to just let ourselves recover from that crazy busy week that we've had before.
exactly. Because your body does funny things.
It does. It does.
Yep. Does funny things.
So, how did you stay motivated during the tougher weeks?
Well, I think you really helped me with that, giving me those tips and tricks. The one thing I did do is that I started listening to kind of calming music every now and then. But the big thing I think I started doing was going for massages.
Yes, those
Yeah,
massages.
going for massages. That really helped me because I started going on a weekly basis. If I couldn't make it, then I'd go in a fortnight. But I found I would get a full 1 hour body massage and that would just release all the tension,
Mm, lovely.
completely release all the tension. And actually, when I used to walk out of there, I used to feel like I was floating on air
Yeah,
because all
love
that
that.
weight was just lifted off me completely. You know what I mean? And the other thing was that, I always looked forward to a Saturday. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Saturday is my cheat night. I'm gonna eat and drink whatever I want, and I always just looked forward to that.
Hmm.
And and then the other thing I told myself was when I was stressed, it was that mindset change. Do not let that stress or that particular person who upset you or particular matter that upset you, do not let that ruin you because you're the one paying for it.
Yeah.
Not that person or not that matter. They don't care. You're going to pay for it. You're going to regret it. And
Mm.
why should you let something like that do that to you?
I love that mindset. That is
Yeah.
amazing
Yeah.
because yeah, it's so
Yeah.
easy, isn't it, to
You're suffering, nobody else.
exactly, exactly. And why
Yeah.
should you suffer from how
Correct.
someone else decides to treat you and be disrespectful or whatever it is?
Correct.
And then maybe
Yep.
we overeat or we do something
Yep.
that's not aligned with
Yep.
our goals. And
Yep.
actually, that's their problem. That's not our problem. So why
Correct.
why are we making ourselves suffer for it? Yeah.
Exactly. And I have such high expectations of myself that when I used to succumb to the food or whatever, then the next day I would feel, why are you so weak like that? I used to be more punishing on myself.
Yeah.
So not only did I suffer the fact that I ruined it, the fact that I was like, why do I do that to myself all the time?
Mm,
Why am I so weak like that? And of course you're going to have times where you fall apart and whatever. There's going to be things that go on in your life that sometimes you go, oh, bugger it, I'm just going to do it. But I found that I would do it. I'd get over it quickly though. I'd
yeah,
get over it and I'd get back onto it. So
exactly.
my recovery was a lot quicker,
Yeah.
and the mindset would just completely flip.
Mm. It's
Yeah,
exactly it because the more that we punish ourselves and the
yeah,
worse that we treat ourselves, it almost
yeah,
keeps us in that state of, well, I might as well just I've stuffed up now,
yeah,
so I might as well just keep going. Like I'm just
yeah,
so weak, I can't do it.
yeah,
Whereas, of course, we're going to mess up sometimes. We're only
yeah,
human, even as
yeah.
a coach, I overindulge sometimes. I do things I probably
Yes,
shouldn't do. Like we're all human,
yes,
no matter what we do, and
yeah,
it's okay. I maybe shouldn't have done that, or maybe overeat a
yeah.
little bit, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Tomorrow's a fresh day. I'll just get back into my normal routine. And when we start to have that mindset,
Mm,
kinder to ourselves, we're more apologetic to ourselves, and actually it's easier to get back on
yep,
track because we're not
yep,
got this built up anger of beating ourselves up,
yep.
essentially.
Well, what's the alternative? Nothing.
Yeah.
Your alternative is you resort to bad eating all the time and you're just going to fall. That's your alternative.
Yeah.
And that's the alternative I did not want
Hmm.
anymore for myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It sounds like you really kind of kept that why in the back of your mind the whole time that was really driving you of
absolutely.
I want to
Because
feel.
Emma, I told myself if this doesn't work, then what's going to work?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it was. It was that anxiety in me in the very beginning. I was like, if this doesn't work, what is going to work?
Mm,
That's the bit that got scared the hell out of me, to be honest,
yeah.
because I was having also health issues,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't want to end up having a heart attack,
Mm,
because my family history is that there's a lot of heart problems in our family history, both
mhm.
sides, my mom and dad, both sides. So, heart problems, diabetes, you name it, they had it.
Yeah.
Cholesterol, thyroid, kidney, you name it, they have it. So I didn't want that. I don't want that.
No. That's a
Yeah.
huge driver, isn't it, to keep you going when you know in the back of your
Yes.
head you don't want to follow in their
Yes.
footsteps and you want to be
Correct.
healthy and live a long,
Yeah.
healthy life. Like, yeah, that's great.
Exactly.
It's not great, but you know what I mean? It's great to have
I
that
know.
as a driver,
It
for
is
sure.
because you don't want to, I'm, going to be 52 this year. It's not like I'm getting any younger.
Mm,
And all these issues sometimes, yeah, they're going to be genetic. Some, I've already got high blood pressure, but I'm on medication. But that's genetic.
yeah.
But if I don't help myself with the healthy eating, I'm just going to make it worse.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Uh,
So,
mhm.
how has this impacted your day-to-day life, like your energy, your mindset, your confidence? I know we've covered on it a little
Oh,
bit, but
unbelievable.
yeah.
Unbelievable, to be honest. Like, yeah, I just went on a holiday, as you know, I went on a holiday and I splurged every day with the family because I went overseas. But I've come back to it since February and I've been perfect. Like, just those same habits I've developed over time with you, those habits are still there. Very, like, amazing. Even today, I think we had like an afternoon tea. No, it didn't bother me because I was like, well, I've got my Saturday tomorrow, you know?
Yeah. Hmm.
I'll keep it all for my Saturday. I'm going to enjoy it and I'm looking forward to it. So it's So the question was, what was the question again?
So how has this like impacted your day-to-day
Yeah,
life?
I think for the better. I mean, if anything, I feel very hopeful.
Mm,
And yes, I haven't got to my target weight yet, but that's because I always have holidays and things come up. But I'm losing weight still, and I'm on the right trajectory, if that makes any sense.
yeah.
So it has completely impacted my life. I feel a lot healthier.
Hmm.
Mindset's much better, and just the mental part,
Yeah, for sure.
being clear-headed and not being fatigued, bit more energy. And you know what else you'd be proud of me too. I've actually put in I looked up YouTube and I found this because it's hard when you're working all the time. Like I do a 10-minute walk in the morning around the kitchen. I
Love
walk
that.
around. I look at my emails and I do all that work wise. So 10 minutes fly like quickly. While I'm walking, I'll drink a whole big 500 mLs of water. That's my habit every day.
Hmm.
And then I get ready and go to work. And then during the lunchtime, I'll have a 10-minute walk. So I split it out so it doesn't feel like I'm exercising.
Yeah.
And then 3 times a week, you'll be proud of me. I think I've been doing it for 2 months now, nonstop. I will do weight training, but I sit on the chair and I do the weight training because I have to be careful with my back.
Yeah.
So I found this weight training that you can do for over 50s, and it's a 10 minutes one, and it's wonderful. It makes you work all your upper body and everything. And I've been doing that for every 3 weeks.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I found the weight training is really helping me too.
Yeah. In what way do you feel like it's helping you?
I think it's making my me toning up more, and I feel like the weight loss is a little bit better.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're building up
Yeah.
that muscle mass a little bit.
Yeah, that's it. And I just feel good that I can do it. Because normally when I used
Absolutely.
to do weight training before, either my neck or my back would give out or something would happen, right? But I looked it up. I literally looked up, weight training on chair exercises, and plenty of things come up.
Yeah.
Really, there's no excuse really. And it's only 10 minutes of my life, and it goes by so quick.
Yeah.
Um, and I made it so that it's realistic.
Yeah.
I don't want to, I'm not a gym person. I can't really do, much aerobic exercise anymore. So I can't do stuff like that stimulate my heart too much. Walking's the best thing, which I do. But it's got to be realistic that you don't put so much expectation in that they end up, you just say, no, I can't do this anymore. I just
Exactly.
can't.
And
Yeah.
I really love that you've shared that because I think, people listening and a lot of people that I've spoken to, they feel like they have to go out for a 2 hour walk a day and do 5 long hours of weight training. But actually, it isn't
No,
about that. Like, that doesn't fit into everyday people's
correct.
lives. Like, it is
Correct.
about, can I get that extra 10 minutes in there and extra 10 minutes in here? And like you said, you're doing
Yes.
it in the morning, doing it at lunch, then doing
Yep.
your chair workout. Doesn't even have to be anything, you know, crazy
No.
cardio. It's stuff that works for you and your body, and you can fit it into your
Yep.
lifestyle, and you're consistent with that. And
Yep.
yeah, that's
And
it's
you'll
just
lose weight. You'll
yeah,
still lose weight. Yep.
definitely,
Yep.
definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. Love that so much.
Mm.
So I know we've kind of covered it, but how are things? Well, because we stopped working together, didn't we, last end of last year?
Yep. Yep.
And you said we've had Christmas, you've been
Yep.
on holiday, and
Yep.
you've still managed to kind of just
Yeah, for
continue
two
with
months,
everything. Yeah,
I have continued with exactly what you've taught me.
yeah,
Those habits have stayed on.
yeah.
No, nothing has changed,
That's amazing. That's
which is
amazing.
amazing. But I realized, as I told you, I had to be with you for 2 years to do that.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't it wasn't going to be an easy fix. It wasn't going to be a diet that I do for 2 months, or 3 months, 4 months goes off and I go off.
Mm.
I very early realized, because after having that so many failings of it, and after going through menopause, and after struggling with the amount of weight I was losing, and then obviously succumbing to comfort eating or whatever it was, and then succumbing to the stress, I realized when I was with you, this is, and I wasn't feeling very confident as well. If you recall me saying, whenever the program used to finish, I'd be like, "Oh, I think I'm going to sign up with you again for 6 months because I don't feel. I know I'm not there. I know I can't. I know I'll lose it. Like
Hmm.
I won't be able to do this on my own."
Yeah,
And then at the end of last year, I remember saying to you, "I think I can do this now."
Yeah.
And you know what? And if I can't, you'll be getting a call from me because I know then you know what? It's going to take a lot longer
Yeah.
than 2 years. Yeah.
Absolutely. But I think something just switched in you, didn't it? And like you've said, I think you did
Yeah.
just, because towards the end you were just like, yeah, everything's
Yeah.
good, everything's going really well, I know exactly what I'm doing. It just seemed something switched and it just seemed to stick. And I
Yeah.
think that's proven now, even the fact that we've had the Christmas and the holiday and you're still on it
Yep.
and you've included the more exercise and things like you're just in that mindset now. So I have every faith that, I'm always here if you need me, but I don't feel like you will
Yeah.
because I really feel like having those
Yeah.
2 years has really built this and now you
Yep.
are just flying on your own. So
Yep.
yeah, it's
Well,
amazing.
I think the other thing is once you're in that mindset and you know you can do it, and that honestly took time to develop in my mind. It did. I don't believe that somebody can. I don't know unless you're a superhuman being. I don't because habits are hard to change and habits are hard to keep. Right, good habits are hard to keep too.
Absolutely.
Because bad habits circle around your brain. They do. But now I can tell you they don't. For me, they don't.
Yeah.
And I think the other important thing for me was because I knew it worked with you for 2 years and I knew I could get there, I didn't have anxiety even when I went on holidays and my holidays finished. I didn't have anxiety that, oh my God, can I do this on my own? Oh God, what if it doesn't, like, what if I can't? What if I fall off the bandwagon? I had none of those thoughts again
Mhm.
because
That's
I guess I was confident what I could do, but I also thought, you know what? There's always Emma because there's somebody that's going to help me. And if I have to do it, I'll do it. And
yeah.
it was like I had a backup plan. You know what I mean? It
Yeah. It's almost that little
was a
buffer just
backup.
in case.
Exactly. It was a backup, right? Because
Yeah.
I knew early on, I'm not going to do this. And if I fall off the bandwagon very quickly, very early on, right? I'm not going to be waiting 6 months to call Emma. It's
Mm.
not going to happen again, right? It's going to be, okay, you know what? It's still there. It's
Yeah.
still there, that little bit still there that I need to resolve.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's so far, it's been what, 2.5 months, nearly 2.5 months. And I
Yeah.
can say, like, I've lost not 2.5 months because I think I went back to it February something, 2 months, I'd say, but I've
Yeah.
lost 2 kilos.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've lost 2 kilos.
Yeah. And that's all on your
Yeah,
own after a
all on
holiday.
my own,
Yeah.
all on my own.
Yeah.
And not exercising like crazy.
Nope.
Yeah, I do my 10 minute in the morning. Like I said, I walk around the kitchen, do all my emails and everything with my phone, listen to music,
Hmm.
drink my water, and then lunchtime I'll go for like a shopping center. I'll walk around the shops,
Yeah.
right? That's probably 20 minutes,
Hmm.
right? And then during work time when I'm working, because I sit at the desk, I'm always getting up and going to meetings, or I go downstairs to get my coffee. So that's a long walk. I'll drink a lot of water, so I have to go to the toilet. I don't realize I'm walking, and then
Yeah.
I come home and then I'll eat and then I'll do my weights and I'll have my shower and then it's bedtime.
Hmm.
So I'm not feeling like I'm exercising or doing anything, and I feel like I'm eating really good stuff. I'm eating. I feel like sometimes, oh, did I eat too much today? But I'm thinking, no, actually I didn't. But I actually ate enough as well. That's the other thing Emma found. I found it's good to eat the amount of calories that you should eat when you're trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
I found that if you don't, your body slows down even more.
Hmm.
I did find that, especially for menopause, I think it's important to keep eating and eating healthy because
Definitely.
you otherwise your body just it's not the way it was when it was young that, oh, okay, you're not eating, you're going to lose weight. I felt like I would put on more because your body just grabs more.
Mhm. Yeah,
I felt that
absolutely.
way a bit.
And I think
Yeah.
you're already, when in perimenopause, all, everyone suffers with different symptoms, but there's already lots of lack of energy and all those things. And if you're under fueling your body as well, you're probably
Yeah,
then going to overindulge at some point because you're super
absolutely.
hungry and you've got
Yeah,
no energy. So you're looking for all of those things. So actually
yeah,
giving your body the right things and eating
yeah,
enough is
yeah,
going to keep you in that
yeah.
momentum and keep you forward and fueled and
Exactly.
energized. So yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And like I said, I lost 2 kilos and I've been doing that with cheating on Saturday nights. And when
Yeah.
I say cheating on Saturday nights, I'll have champagne, I will have twisties, I'll have chocolate, I'll have a banana cake, I'll eat like, pizza, whatever.
Hmm.
The next day I'm back to it.
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
that's it.
Still losing weight.
We've still got to include the foods that we love as well, because you restrict
You have
everything
to.
and
You
never
have
allow
to.
it. Yeah.
Correct. Otherwise, you'll be like, oh, what's the point of life? You'll be
Yeah,
like,
it's
what's
so
the point
true.
of this?
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll give up very quickly. But it had to be something that fitted in my lifestyle. And I want to be able to go out and have dinners and do that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And now
Hmm.
I'm even smarter with dinners as well. Like, so for example, you might have an event come up on a Friday night, could be a birthday or something. You know what? Just enjoy it.
Hmm.
Enjoy it. I remember you telling me this. Just go and enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not every day that you do that. So it's just a one-off event. Go for
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
sometimes, like, if you're eating 4 or 5 times out in the week, then yes, you probably need to make some smarter choices on some of the nights. But if you're just doing it once every now and then, don't worry
Absolutely.
about finding the healthiest
Correct.
choice. Pick what you really want to eat and enjoy it,
Correct.
because
Yep.
you can, right? It's
Yes.
yeah, it's still
And the
life
other
to
thing I
enjoy.
found is like, say Easter's coming, right? So I was like, okay, now I have to strategize here. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna really do anything Good Friday. Good Friday, I'll probably wake up because Thursday I'm working late. Friday I'll do my normal, whatever I eat. I'm gonna watch my programs. I'm gonna go to bed early. And then I'll probably enjoy Saturday because we're gonna do some stuff together with family. And then Sunday we're getting to go family, another family. So I was like, I'm gonna enjoy my Saturday night and I'm gonna enjoy my Sunday night.
Hmm.
And then Monday back to it. Because
Yep.
it's Easter. I'm going to enjoy Easter, but I'm not going to enjoy Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday because that's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
I actually don't want to do that.
Hmm.
And I don't have any interest in doing that,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
bizarre because normally it'd be like, oh, no, let's just go for it, the whole 4 days. No, 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 I'm not doing that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
But you're still
No,
allowing
no.
yourself that extra day because it is Easter and you have those 2 nights, and like you
Exactly.
say, get back to
Yeah.
it on
And you
Monday.
know what? I'm allowing just that extra day, but I'm just not, allowing the extra 3 days,
Yeah.
or 4 days. Sorry. Like you can't because you also have to have some, because I want to enjoy that Saturday and Sunday. And
Yeah.
to be honest, I'm planning to do a lot of baking.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah. Balance and
yeah,
moderation. That's what it's all about.
balance and moderation. And,
Yeah.
if you're on holidays, it's a different matter, but yeah, it's Easter. It's great. But yeah, I was like, no, no, that'll be my Saturday, Sunday. That'll be it.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
So if you could go back and give your past self one piece of advice before starting, what would it be?
If I could give myself one piece of advice, before starting, it would be don't be scared.
Hmm.
Don't be scared. That's what I would have told myself, that there is a solution to your problem
Hmm.
and that this is not you. This is not going to be you.
Yeah.
You will change and it'll be for the better.
Yeah.
Do you remember I was telling you that actually when I was like, this is my year, after the thing second year, this is my year.
Yeah.
That's what I would tell myself.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
remember that. And I think that's where the mindset shift started to change, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
think changing your job and things like that, you made so many like
Oh,
positive
yeah.
changes for
That's true
you
too.
as well.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have to do those things, but I think for your
Yeah.
own mental and physical well-being, you made so many positive changes, like the change of job, like doing the massages, like all these things that it
Yes.
just started all kind
Yes.
of going upwards from there, really, didn't it?
Yes, yes. Because you do get scared. I mean, I can only imagine what women go through or men even go through. But you are scared when you're at that point where you're like, nothing's helping me. It's pretty scary,
Yeah.
because you don't like looking at yourself in the mirror. You don't want to like you don't want to take your clothes off because you're like, oh my God, I can't even, nothing fits me, or you get so upset about stuff.
Mhm.
And you feel so down about it,
Yeah.
that this wasn't me. How did I get here? Is the bit, you
Yeah.
know? But there's always a solution. There's
Absolutely.
a
And
solution. Yeah.
thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that as well, because like so many women that I speak to say the same thing, and I feel like
Yeah.
so many women feel like they're so alone in it as well. But
Yeah.
just from you saying that, I feel like so many people will relate to that, because
Yeah.
I hear it so often. Like
Yeah.
it is so scary, and it is so sad for people to feel that way
Yep.
and feel like there is no
Yep.
solution, no light at the end of the tunnel. But
Yep.
you've literally proven that there is, and
There is
there is a solution.
there's 100% a solution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say to someone that was that was in that position like you were, you were feeling scared and
Mm.
you were feeling that there's no solution there? What would you say to someone that was in that situation? Yeah.
I would say don't put it off. I would say the sooner you get help, the better.
Hmm.
Because all you're doing is just delaying the inevitable anyway.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna make it worse and worse. And don't do it on your own. And sometimes it's okay to get help.
Yeah.
Most times it's okay to get help actually, because you just can't do it on your own. I feel like you just need that coaching and that mentoring
Yeah.
and the motivation. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's what I would tell somebody. It's worth spending. People talk about money. You go and spend your money other places buying clothes. This is worth your money.
Yeah.
This is much worth, because this is about your life, and
Yeah.
this is a lifetime thing,
Hmm.
right? This is not a shortcut, or oh, it'll be good for 6 months and I'll be all fine and everything will be. No, it doesn't work that way. I'll
Hmm.
say that for sure. It's a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. We invest so much money, like you're saying, into clothes and shopping and
Yeah.
food and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
sometimes it is worth investing in
Yeah.
ourselves
Yeah.
and our health and how we feel for the
Yeah.
for longevity.
Exactly. I mean, I was fortunate that I can imagine some people can't afford it, but it was well worth the money, and much more than that.
Yeah.
It was priceless, really, but
Yeah.
because it's made such a huge difference to me. It has, because I can see it in the 2 months that I've done it on my own. I can see the benefit
Hmm.
that I'm reaping from that, all because of the change in my habits and my mindset. That took a long time, and so that was well worth it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story today. Honestly, it's been so good to catch up again and also just hear
Yes.
how well you're doing as well. So,
Yes.
yeah, thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Emma.
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. No, I really, really appreciate all your help. I can't say enough actually. So if somebody's really thinking about it, I say don't think about it anymore. Just
Hmm.
do it.
Just do
Yep.
it. I love it.
Just do
Love
it.
it.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being such amazing guest. It's been great.
Thank you, Emma.